I know you came here to make money and you just want to know, is this going up? Yes. My thesis is simple. There's only reasons for Figma to go up, almost none for it to go down. So if that's what you came for, yes, buy the IPO. I'm buying it. I'm going to explain to you why I think it's going up and not talk about the numbers. I don't care about revenue. People are going to talk about what it should be, what it shouldn't be. I don't care about the numbers. We're going to talk about like just market sentiment. Like, did you know Figma has Bitcoin? That's pretty cool. People are going to like that. That's just a bullish sentiment. Doesn't matter that it's so little, but they do. And like random other things like that. Just watch, enjoy. The Figma IPO, let's talk about it. This is going to be an easy moneymaker for whoever actually gets in at the IPO price. I really think this is going to be super easy. But it's not going to be easy to get shares. Honestly, it might be worth it to get a brokerage account and multiple different accounts and try your best at it, because if you know the last one with Arrow, you're only able to get one share on Robinhood. So it depends where you're buying. But I'm going to explain to you why this is definitely a really easy trade. Long term, I'm not so bullish on the company, although I actually really like it, and I'll tell you my opinion as a developer and someone who actually uses Figma all the time. But first, let's jump into Halo. What does Halo have to do with any of this? Well, if you remember, Halo was super popular back in the day. You may even played it, may even been addicted to it. Why was it such a great game? Well, it was essentially the first game to use a first-person shooter, and also multiplayer. That was really the big thing. People were able to play online with their friends all over the world, with random people. And as you know, now we have Call of Duty, Fortnite, and all sorts of huge games that really relies on multiplayer being like even GTA now coming out soon. People really love multiplayer. So what Halo did for video games, Figma did to design. In Figma, you're able to design together and collaborate, and it also makes it much easier. It's just more seamless. Rather than in the past using like Adobe Photoshop, really a handful of people even knew how to use that, and it really sucked. It's still around. People use it, and now there's AI. It makes, they've innovated and made it better. But Figma was kind of like first to it. And I don't know if, they are the best one, just like Halo was not the best game. But people really like Figma. And my opinion as a developer is once I like Webflow to build my websites. Once you stick to a platform, you really stick with it and, are loyal to it. Right now, actually, Webflow has an outage, which I can't even go on and build websites, which is crazy. But I'm not switching to another platform. I like it. I know how to use it. It's easy. It's simple. People like Figma because of those reasons. And I think they have a very sticky customer base is what I'm trying to say. So it isn't too risky in terms of like, they're not going anywhere. I don't think so. Not like Halo died off, right? But, they do have competition. Adobe's kind of innovating and doing what Figma's doing, right? And then you have Canva. Canva is also a great company that's, while they're doing a little bit different things than Figma, and I know you're here just to find out about the money and how you can make money from this stock. I'm trying to just tell you the big picture is Figma is a great company, just like Canva, and Canva is valued at $32 billion. Adobe, which is kind of a competitor to Figma, tried to actually buy Figma for $20 billion. So the fact that Figma is going to IPO at around an $18 billion market cap is kind of crazy, because Adobe literally valued it 2 years ago at $20 billion. Its revenue has grown since then, since 2 years ago. So why should it be worth $20 billion? And on top of that, they had a $1 billion termination fee, which they received. So they have another free $1 billion in their pocket, and their revenue has actually been growing as their customers base has been growing, and what they're selling has been growing. But we're going to talk about later their S1 and why I'm not so bullish long term, and we're going to talk about like the risks with this. But in terms of a quick trade, if you're able to get in the IPO price of whatever it is, 30, 32, before it showed 25 to 28, I think this is really going up. I can't tell you to what price. It's just kind of a guarantee to me that this is going up, because who's selling actually? Let's look at it. Everyone's actually trying to buy in. On Robinhood, you're able to buy. On Webull, on SoFi, on Fidelity, on Charles Schwab, on Public, all these platforms are letting you buy the Figma IPO. It's really one of the biggest hype IPOs of the year. if you look in general at all the IPOs that's been around, who is bigger than Figma? I mean, let's take a look one second. Here, if you pop open the past IPOs that launched on Robinhood, yes, you might see a lot of red, but at least recently, a lot of green. People have been really hyping up IPOs, and retail investors are all in this and buying it. So who is actually selling? Who's going to be selling? Usually there's like a 180-day lock period for all the insiders, so they can't dump on you. And if you are an insider, you probably know that this is going up because, you know, you can see the hype is growing around it. So it's kind of inevitable that, why would you want to sell? Like, it's kind of obvious that they're going to hold off and see where it plays out. And maybe if it really goes crazy, then the insiders might sell. But it's almost a guarantee that if you're able to get the IPO price, it's going up. And just look at the names here. I mean, who's bigger than Figma? Like in terms of like a brand name that people know. Maybe I'm in my own little bubble because I'm a developer and designer. But obviously there's some big names here. We have Instacart, Reddit. I would say they're kind of on those levels, like of people that, Vita Co. company. I don't know who even knows Circle. Who knew about Circle before the IPO? Who even cares about stable coins? Design, development, like people actually are into that stuff. People have a passion for that. Like no one cares about Arrow, and Arrow went up. Who cares about Allbirds? I mean, good shoes, but like, is there really like a brand that people care about there? Like, I think people really like Figma, just like people really like Robinhood. Although Robinhood did not do well, it did go down. But if you look at the IPO, it did go up. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't know where this is going long term, but short term, this is an easy buy for me. I have some shares I'm trying to buy. I hope it fills. So let's just talk real quick about the risks, kind of looking at the more long-term approach. So looking at their S1, to me, this highlights everything here. I really like this part. So talks about here kind of the risk of the company, and then this is kind of the bullishness of the company, and I'm going to just briefly go over them, and I'll just summarize right now why I don't like this is because everything is just like about growth in terms of like growing their current business, not innovating what they have, except for the last one. So let me just read a few points here. Successfully expand their business domestically and internationally. Great. Just grow abroad. Effectively expand their sales force, leverage existing sales capacity, attract, retain, and train service partners, and expand product integration. Successfully hire and retain personnel, including product design, engineering, sales personnel. They're just growing their current business, basically, is everything they're saying here until this last part right here really sums up for me what I wanted to know. Successfully identify and acquire or invest in businesses, product offerings, or technologies that we believe could complement or expand our platform and successfully integrate such business, products, offerings, or technologies into our business. What I want them to do is to go into complementary fields. Like, why can't, Figma is used to design, and then people take that to another platform to build a website. They should have a website building platform. They kind of actually just did something like that. I don't think it's great. I don't know if anyone's using Figma websites. Oh no, I think I'm wrong. Canva did. Canva even has Canva websites. I don't think Figma offers Figma websites, which is crazy. Like, that's complementary to their service. So that's a little crazy that they're not getting into that. Like, they're not innovating and stuff like that. They're saying only if we successfully identify something, we might buy out the business. But I want them to do that in-house. Like, where are your ideas of innovating on your business? Like, there's so many things they can grow to, probably. Like, expand to also like helping their designers like manage their business. Like, they're all freelancers. So how do they, they can even take invoices and maybe even make a credit card and go into some financial platform side of Figma, right? Like, there's so many things they can do, and I'm not reading anything like that for long-term growth, which really upsets me. As a long-term shareholder, if I was to get in it, I would want to see something like that. But I think I'm only trading this, to be honest. And then, so all this is their potential growth. We have, a few bullet points here. And then all of this is the risks, the downsides. look how many more downsides. So let's just read, some catalysts of why the stock might go down here. The timing of revenue recognition, the timing of length of our sales, the budgeting cycles, seasonal change in users and customer requirements. I've read stuff like they don't expect the growth rate to continue this long. It's not sustainable. Our ability to convert users of our free product offerings into subscribing products. That's right. A lot of people use it for free. Their ability to make it into paid is like they really need to offer some better service, or also like people all around the world use them, and especially in like India, I'm sure people are not paying for it. So how do they convert? That is a problem, right? Successfully expand our business domestically and internationally. That's funny. They put that as a problem, but they also put that as a growth potential. So it's like, it's a problem if they don't do it. A change in our effective tax rate, things are a little out of their control, I guess. Future accounting pronouncements or changes in our accounting policies or practices. What do you mean, like some fraud or something if it could go on? Or just, I don't know, what could be changing in your accounting that would not, I don't know what that means, honestly. Negative media or social media coverage and publicity. Yeah, I guess, honestly, these are some basic things. It's fair. Any company can say these things. Wait, Bitcoin. Changes in our market value of our investments, including our marketable securities, in particular as a result of volatility related to our investments in a Bitcoin exchange traded fund or any future investments in alternative asset classes. So they own a Bitcoin exchange traded fund. That's interesting. I wonder if we know how much. Let's see. We have Bitcoin. How many times here? Bitcoin. Is there an amount? Here. What is this? Bitcoin and 2.3 million decrease in interest, blah, 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 blah. It looks, let me read this. All right, it's not so clear, but basically they have $10 million in other income, and some of it might be Bitcoin, I guess. And honestly, it doesn't matter because that's not too much. And I'm personally not that bullish on Bitcoin. So unless you are and think that Bitcoin will be worth like 1 billion one day for them, then maybe that could mean something to you. But I am much more happy seeing that they just got a free $1 billion from Adobe. Like, that's crazy. And they're worth 18 billion. Their competitor here, which I like, and I actually pay for Canva. I'm a subscriber. I actually don't pay for Figma. I'm a developer. So, my designers pay for Figma and I pay them. So, ultimately, I guess Figma makes some money from me, but I'm much more happy actually paying Canva. I feel like their subscription is actually like worth what I'm getting. Figma, I'm good with the free features, honestly. Like, they offer enough of the free that it makes it worth it. So they need to maybe limit that, but honestly, I don't want them to. That's a reason they grow and why people like them and why so many people use them. But that is actually a big problem for them in converting those into paid subscribers. Anyways, I wanted to just sum up and make it this short. I didn't think this would be that long. My thesis is simple. I think there's almost no way this goes down. Just everyone is buying, so like, why would it go down? And this is a great company. People actually like it. And it's a household name, so people really know it, and people are excited because there has not been an IPO in a little bit of time, and since then everything has been pretty nice in the markets. So they're entering at a really, really great time. So I'm excited about this one. Let me know if you're buying, and thank you for watching. Until next time, stay thinking, question everything, and peace the fuck out.